All right. Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is St. Kramer with Brian. And we're going to talk about some more Star Wars. We're talking about Andor episode 8. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. I know what I'm going to feel about the next episode. This one, they're playing.
Oh, sorry. Just
like
finished watching that last episode.
It's so because it's introduction to a new problem, setup, and then the thing. So, like, you know, the first 3 episodes was the him getting drafted into the rebellion.
Yep.
The second 3 episodes was the heist. Now these new 3 episodes are the jailbreak. You know, it's like it's getting they don't blend together enough. You know.
Yeah.
Between different setups.
I agree. Unfortunately. And I don't think there's a likable character in this entire show. Just a character I actually can enjoy being around or watching. I don't like any of them.
I like Andor. I like him. The one thing is, like, in this episode, he was very observant. You know, so this is and I did appreciate the episode because it focused around the 2 people. You know, Mon Moth, whatever, and Andor. But he's in jail and she's a Richie Rich living the life kind of thing. And I thought that was kind of interesting. And it kept cutting back between like the 2 polar opposites. So that was kind of cool.
Well, what do you think about Luthen? As I told you last episode, that he's the one that's trying to kill Andor.
Yeah. We only got that little bit of him. That one scene
that was really important.
It was a really important scene. It was.
And seeing him like, okay, you know, he's like, Leia.
Yeah. Well, first I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, that's not
Leia.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, yeah, she's too old to be Leia.
Like, this doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
Is that a common name?
It must be, right?
But just he's very unlikable. And he just cut them off.
Yeah.
So Bix is trying to call him, contact him. He just cut him off, like,
oh, you're all supposed to die. You know, yeah. I don't know. I mean, they're supposed to be the good guys, but they're very bad.
Exactly.
You know, they're very bad at being good. You know,
there's not one enjoyable person. Like, really, I mean, Mon Mothma. I mean, was born into the Senate, basically. I mean, been around it her entire life. It's just in high society, all that. She's not really enjoyable because she wants to lead the rebellion, but she ain't got nothing to do with
it. Yeah. And then she doesn't. I think she wants to do it the right way, which I respect, but also she doesn't know how to or what. You know, like she's having issues with one person trying to recruit one person. So, you know, I was like, yeah, there you go. I don't know, but I do like Andor just because he's so observant. He didn't say much this entire episode. I think he said
driving me nuts. He was driving me nuts. He was pissing me off, and I was like, dude, do something. Something.
I get that.
With a stick.
Yeah, I get that because, like, he's not a person that's just gonna, like, you know, as soon as he gets arrested, kick down the door and try to escape. He seems like the kind of person that is gonna sit back and watch and figure things out, and then bam, and then it's gonna happen real quick, and no one's even gonna know. You know, like, he's very optimistic. Opportunistic, you know, that
opportunistic,
right?
Yeah. But like the first day, he sees them between the 2 glasses signaling each other and talking about this stuff, and then they're like 30 days later, like, what?
Yeah,
it's just like, oh my god, this is
yeah. Which I appreciate. Don't make us watch 30 days, but. You know, like when he was getting clean, like he was like watching them, you know, and he saw where they put the boots, and he saw how unorganized they all are, you know, and how none of them really gives a shit. You know, they're like, oh, he's fine, just go ahead, move it, just keep it going. Like, and I think he's paying attention to all of that kind of stuff. But it was like,
I don't know. But I was like, I think you give him more credit because I don't think he's going to be the one doing the hype. I think they're actually he's just going to be there when they're breaking out. He just
I
happens
think
to
so
be
too.
there.
But I think he's gonna do the same thing with the heist. Is they had this plan, and he's like, whoa, you didn't figure this and this out, and that's where he comes in to like put the little cherry.
And they're
on
gonna be
top.
like, "Oh, let's let this mother
Yeah.
into I guess."
Yeah.
You know, like it's not like he plans anything out where anyone's even following him. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I
Because
guess it might
from Rogue One, I'm thinking he's this leader. He's just really good, and he's not really
not
leading
yet.
anything. And
Not yet.
everything he's doing, even this is gonna be the third, big sequence, and he's not really leading anything at all.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow.
not yet. But I think we'll get there eventually. I think he hasn't accepted that he's part of the rebellion.
No,
Or
he's gonna get out.
there's not even really a rebellion yet.
He's gonna get out, and his mom is adopted mom.
Yeah.
Her dying is gonna be the big thing.
Aunt Petunia.
Yeah.
That's gonna turn him. Yeah. I can see that.
I have nothing else to be for. This is her last dying wish, and this is why I want to do this.
Yeah. I mean, she's a little badass though. She's like walking up to stormtroopers and like basically like, I mean, we didn't see it, but we heard what Minx or Jinx, whatever her name is, like say it, like, oh yeah, she's walked up to like stormtroopers, like, what you gonna do, bitch? Like, I was like, man, but poor old lady.
She's like, I know Harry Potter. How about that? What you gonna do?
Tried to hit him with some spell.
Yeah.
But
Expecto Patron. Oh, never
mind. They all like fly back. So my favorite part was seeing what's his name? Snoke, the guy who played Snoke.
Yes,
which is funny. Andy Serkis.
That was
yeah. I always enjoy Andy Serkis. He's I mean, he's everything that you can think of. He's been. You know what I mean? Like Lord of the Rings, check. Star Wars now, check twice. Yeah. And then yeah, I mean, he's been in what else? Planet of the Apes. So Venom. He's directed the last Venom. So he's been in like so many things that you don't even think about, and like seeing him actually there without motion capture, I appreciate that. I was like, yeah, because I think he's a good enough actor just on his own. So without being in the green suit and all that stuff. So, but I liked him. But
are there things that you didn't like about this episode?
Yeah, it was like I said, it was a little boring. Nothing really happened. It was another very talky episode. I didn't hate it, but it just
bored. It was just bored.
Like, I get what they're getting to. It just sucks, like, watching them get there. You know what I mean? Like,
it just seems like you could have answered a lot of these questions just by just giving some information out. Yeah, just giving us a little, like, do a Star Wars thing where you just give us like a paragraph. We can be right where you need to be.
Exactly. That's actually a really good like, that's exactly how it should be. Because really, we're on episode 8. Well, episode 9 is gonna be next week. It's gonna be the actual jailbreak, right? I assume, with the way they've been handling this show. 9 episodes. We probably could have done with 4.
Yeah.
Like, but man, when episode 3, 6, and 9, man, those are some good episodes. 9, I don't know yet. 6 and 3 were really good episodes. Especially episode 6 was really, really good. So
just, I don't know. I'm now saying, it's a good series, but is it? I don't know. Great. I don't know.
Depends how it ends. It really depends how it ends, because a lot of building needs to actually build to something. If it's just a lot of building and then it kind of like
next season
sputters out,
like, all right, whatever.
Yeah. So it's kind of we need to get to the point quicker with this kind of. Yeah. I'm hoping, but like I said, if next week is what I think it's gonna be, I'm gonna have fun. That's gonna be a fun time.
Can you imagine if it's not?
If it's another setup? Yeah.
Like you thought this is going to be it, right?
Yeah, right. That would be a little annoying. I'm like, oh, really? But also, I didn't mind the what's his name? The guy. So the Empire chick who's like looking into
Yeah. And
you
then
know
his friend
all
is
this stuff.
the guy who just threw him like, oh yeah, Andor.
Yeah, the guy
Yeah.
who's like the super cop.
Yep.
You know, they got in trouble for being a super cop. You know, like I don't know how he's gonna feel yet. You know what I mean?
You know what's so fun? Because he tried to become like, I want you to make me what chief or whatever. And she was like, no. It's like blinked at her a couple times and then walked away. It was
Yeah. But even like whatever.
What about Forrest Whitaker? Was the Saul Guerrero?
Oh yes,
Guerrero.
shit, that's right.
I
Yeah,
thought that was pretty cool.
yeah,
And seeing him and even how he talked to Luthen, I was like, yeah, Luthen's is a dick. He has been a dick. It's
yeah,
just not,
yeah,
it's like it's common knowledge. You're not a good guy.
yeah. I mean, it sounds like he just like screws over everyone he works with. So
Exactly. That's who he
you know,
is.
yeah, he's not going to have that many people left. But the one thing with when he was the chick was interrogating the guy, I don't even know their names. I need to learn their names. And she asked him, she goes, "Oh, like, oh, why did you say this on the blah 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 report?" He goes, I don't know. She goes, she goes, "Oh, you didn't read it?" He goes, "I didn't read it." She goes, "But you signed it?" He goes, "Cause," he goes, "I was forced to," and I was like, I thought that was the point. I'm like, oh, is this where he realizes, oh, these aren't the good guys. Like they're blaming me for something I was forced to do, even though I knew it was wrong.
But he didn't care though. He just
He didn't
wants
care.
he wants
No.
credit.
Yeah.
That's everyone right now is just out for themselves. And
Yeah.
until there has to be a galvanizing something that galvanizes everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I will tell you this much. You do the things do shock therapy for all prisoners, they're all going to they're going to revolt. That's the only way that's going to work.
Yeah.
They're going to revolt.
Oh yeah.
Especially they figure out a way, don't have a power outage one day.
Oh man, yeah, you're screwed.
You have no weapons around and there's a power outage.
I mean, you better be good at hitting some people with that button, because I don't know what else he's gonna do. Yeah. And then also when he hit the button and they all got shocked,
Yeah.
he's like looking, he was all like, he's like, oh yeah, like all excited about it. I was like, okay.
You're just a dick in real time. I mean, you really are. That's all you are.
Yeah, but yeah, for the most part, man, this episode was kind of, again, not kind of boring.
It's boring, but it's just more like nothing happened.
Yeah, it's
nothing
just
was
setting
going
up. The setting up is too boring.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm sure there's ways you can set it up and it's not as bland.
I think that the 7 people that he was introduced to that's part of his group are going to be the ones that he's going to end up recruiting into the resistance, or at least whoever lives through the. But that's kind of what happened in this episode of Andor. I mean, this is another one, episode 8. That's, I don't know, not a lot's going on. You meet all these new characters, and we're hoping that it's actually going to come out to something. I'm hoping episode 9 is going to have a lot more information, a lot more to do with the group that they introduced. The 7 groups of 7. Maybe even with the guy who runs it, who's telling everyone to shut up. Maybe there's more going on beyond that we know. So I'm hoping that comes out and we see it, and then Andor and Luthen and Mothma finally get on the same page. But we don't know, so we just gotta wait till next week and see what happens.